was willing to hold us in their arms. When our worth of stone, our ashes, and we both passed on. Let forever mean forever and carry on.
It's starting to look like I'm a fanboy, and maybe a little bit, but I wanted to preface these Ecoflow videos with a quick video. I get a question more often than I think I should, and question/comment, and that's, how come you got everything in the boxes like how you bought it? And because, well, partially I guess I am OCD about it, but I like to take care of my things. A lot of people think that because I have my items stored how I got them, that I never use them, I never do anything with them, and that's just simply not true. But what I do want to say is, when it comes to these type of devices, I will take them out, I will go through and check everything, make sure all the ports work and all that, make sure the batteries are topped off, and then I put them back. And the reason why is, and I've said it a ton of times, these are tools, not toys. Now, if you need something like this in your everyday life, I mean an actual need, not just, hey, looky here at what I got, then that's one thing. But I don't have the typical everyday need that I have to use these devices, and I'm not going to. And the reason why is because there is a limited amount of cycles on these batteries. There's no way to change that. And so the more that I discharge and recharge these and use these items more and more and more, the less time that they have. These items I have to prepare. These are for preparedness. These are not for, hey, looky at what I got. They're not for camping. They're not for, would I take them camping? Absolutely. And hopefully we'll get a chance to go this summer. And absolutely I'll be taking all this camping, no doubt. Glamping, I should probably say. Hell, I'll probably even grab the TV or something and take it. Why not? If you're going to do it, do it. So anyway, but I always put everything back in the boxes for a number of reasons. For one, it's good protection. And for two, if within the warranty period the item would go out, I literally have all the original packing material just how it came to my door. And so if you can provide that, some companies, they absolutely won't warranty a product unless you can provide the original packaging that you got it in. So anyway, I just wanted to preface this video, and I'm going to add this video to each of the Ecoflow videos that I am shooting today. Hello there, welcome to the Watchman News. I wanted to talk to you a bit about the Ecoflow River 600. That's the model that I have here. And I want to tell you, first of all, there is a reason why I chose Ecoflow, and that is because the design of their circuitry and the components that they use in their products are just top-notch. It is just absolutely incredible, the amount of quality that goes into their products. Now, the other thing that I will say that also is a feather in their cap for me is they were a new guy, so to speak. They were an underdog. They started out, crowdfunding and crowdsourcing, however, and built an incredible company that makes really good, awesome products, and so that's why I choose Ecoflow. Now, I needed to replace my old Rockpals knockoff. It was Boyan branded, but it was the same type as the old Rockpals 300, and I blew the inverter out on that. That was my fault. I surged the heck out of it. Absolutely my fault. No fault of the unit. And I really needed to replace that because it was an important part of my preps. Well, thankfully, Tracy had stepped up, and she's the one that donated the Delta 1300 to us. She stepped up and donated the Ecoflow River 600. Now, again, I cannot recommend Ecoflow enough, and I'm not just fanboying or anything like that. They really do make a good, solid product. So, as far as the review, this is going to be a little bit different, I'm not going to sit there and take you through all the features and show you all of that. There are, gosh, so many videos out there that just completely, there are even videos out there where a guy completely disassembles one of these and puts it back together. and I really enjoyed watching that video because I love to see how things are designed, and you know, I'm very impressed with the way that they designed it. But great product, 600 watts continuous, 1200 surge. However, they have something that they call X Boost, and their claim is that on some items, not everything, but on some items that will let you get away with it, that you can actually, if you have X Boost on, you can actually reach up to 1800 watts surge and more, closer to the 1200 on the continuous. So how does it do that? Well, they rob Peter to pay Paul, okay? They're not just pulling that energy out of thin air. What they're doing is they're dropping the voltage of the unit so they can in turn use that energy to pump it out in the wattage, okay? So your volts are going down, your watts are going up, all right? It's not a real good idea, and it could actually damage some products. So I actually have the X Boost turned off on mine, and I won't turn it on. You know, it's like computers. I do not overclock computers. I do not believe in overclocking computers. If you didn't build it fast enough to begin with, well, that's your problem right there. You didn't build it fast enough to begin with. Don't overclock computers because it's silly and it's detrimental to their lifespan and the whole 9 yards, and it's just not worth it. For what? So I can pump my chest out? No, thank you. So same here, you know. It's just what it is. I don't get products to impress people. I get products because they're what I need. They're what I'm looking for. They check all the boxes for me, and Ecoflow does that. Again, I wouldn't use the X Boost. You know, hey, that's, you know, whatever. Nice little gimmick there, but and it is what it is. I'm not going to use it because I want my items to be properly powered. You know. I needed to replace a 300 watt unit, and I did it with something that's twice that, a 600 watt unit. No need to push it even further than that. The one thing that I really love about this over my old 300 watt is this one has 3 plug-ins on the back of it. I like that. I like that it's got 3 plug-ins on the back of it. It's got one of the 100 watt USB-Cs on the front. Of course, 2 of your regular USB-As, and then a fast USB-A. So, and of course, you've got your typical barrel connector, 12-volt barrel connector jacks, and then your 12-volt auxiliary plug or cigarette lighter plug. So, and then on this side, you have your inputs. Got your regular, and that's another reason why I chose Ecoflow, right? Look, you don't have to play no games with their stuff, right? They call their input Extreme, I believe it is, their AC input. I think they call it Extreme, okay? There's no gimmicks, there's no games. You don't have to plug in 2 different things. You don't even have to use an adapter. Use any standard computer plug. Bam, you're in business. You don't have to worry about forgetting the charge adapter at home. You don't have to worry about buying the second charge adapter to be able to use the second input port to be able to charge at the rate that they advertise. You just plug it in. That's it. You can't get any more simple than that. You just plug it in. Nothing to lose, nothing extra to buy, nothing. And to me, that speaks volumes about a company. I do not like proprietary stuff. I absolutely do not like proprietary. And that brings me to the next port, the solar input port. Yeah, that is an XT60, very, very common connector. Very common connector. And so that is good. That port, by the way, you're good for 25 volts, 12 amps is what they've got that max rated at. So, but, and they say 200 watts on the solar side, and then 250 watts on the AC side. So it's, you know, this is just the River. Now I did see a River 600 model that has a green handle, but the only ones that I've seen with the green handle have the optional battery. They're the Max. They're called the River Max. And those, I don't know what the deal was with that, but it had a green handle on it. Same color green as on the zipper on the Ecoflow 60 watt panel I showed you. That color green was the handle. It was the max version with the optional battery. And I've seen some videos on that. I don't know what the deal was with that. Thankfully, they didn't keep that green and they went to a silver on the handle, thankfully. And that I like the green, but I like that color green, but to me it looked gaudy how they had it. It made it look real gaudy. But anyway, nonetheless, this has not got the expandable battery pack. I want to get one. I hope to get one whenever I can. They're like $159 for that. And then they make a carrying case that I think they sell for $42.50. So those are two items I would like to get for this in the future. To turn it into the Max, the River Max, and then the carrying case for it. And then I'll keep it in the carrying case. I won't put it in its box. But anyway, it's I like it. I think it's an incredible unit. I think it works well. I think it will work for a long time. And I have no problems. I have nothing really. Like I said, I wouldn't trust the X-Boost thing so well. But other than that, really great product, fair price, and I'm looking forward to hopefully many years of use, and hopefully that won't be in an SHTF situation, but things are looking crazier by the day. So anyway, that is what I have for you. Not the typical type of review video. There's tons of those out there. Would this work for you for SHTF? That's the big question. Let's ask that question. Would this work for you for SHTF? My question to you would be, what do you need to do? Because if you're asking me if this is going to power your household refrigerator for SHTF, the answer is no. It's not. Is this going to be okay for a CPAP machine or something like that? Make sure you check. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I don't know how many watts your CPAP machine is. You got, I think it's 288 watt hours, the capacity that they claim on this, okay? So you have to figure that up on your own, and you have to know the wattage of the stuff you need to power, and you need to do the math, and you also have to remember that they're not 100% efficient. So you're going to have to take a percentage off, which I couldn't tell you, but you're going to have to take some percentage off for the efficiency that you lose. Nonetheless, I believe in overbuilding everything. So I would say that if you had this with the extended max battery, as far as like a CPAP and stuff, I think you'd be golden. I would think you would be golden. Of course, for all your mobile devices, tablets, phones, what have you, stuff like that, yeah, be wonderful for. I just wouldn't be using the X-Boost to try to make myself a pot of coffee in the electric coffee maker. I'm not saying it won't work, and in fact, it probably will, but I'm not going to try it to find out. Regardless, it's extremely hard on the components, and I'm not going to do that. Again, for what? To pump my chest out and say, looky at what I did? That's ignorant. Anyway, just any device that's under 600 watts continuous that you may need to run, There's even a lot of tools that you could run with this. So, yeah, absolutely I do. It's not for the big jobs, but it's definitely worthy for the smaller jobs. So anyway, that's the Ecoflow River 600. They also have an Ecoflow River Pro, which is different yet, and you can expand it with other batteries too, but it's a much different setup, and I think it's 700 and some odd watt hours is the battery capacity on the Ecoflow River Pro, 768 or something. I'm just trying to pull it off the top of my head. I like this. I don't see anything wrong with the Pro whatsoever, but I like this. I like the idea that you can expand it. The River Pro, of course, costs more money than what the River 600 did. And then if you get the River Max, of course, it costs more too, because you get that other 160 amp hour or $160 battery. I forget how many. Well, it'd be 288, or I guess, or whatever the exact number is, watt hours. That you would be adding to this unit. But that also means it would take twice as long to charge it, and you have to remember that. while this isn't a slow charger, it's not a super quick charger either, not as far as on solar. Your 200 watts is going to be your limit. So anyway, yeah, for SHTF, I think it's a splendid unit as long as you're not trying to power your whole house with it. So anyway, with that, I hope you have an incredible day. I'll put a link down. I will put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description in the video for these units. So if you want to use it, use it. If not, go to Amazon and search Ecoflow River. So I hope you have a blessed day. Shalom.